The woman was just about to take down the clothes she had hung out to dry when she suddenly noticed a strange man standing still on her farm. He had appeared out of nowhere and didn't move a muscle, just stood there silently, staring at something. She paused, confused and uncertain, then decided to continue gathering her laundry.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Startled, the woman took several steps back and demanded to know what he wanted. Only then did the man politely remove his hat and explain that they were just passing through and wanted to ask for directions. He went on to introduce himself and the others. He was the leader of the group, named James. The man on horseback in the distance was called Boots, and then he pointed behind the woman, saying that the one who had come around from the back of the house was Mike. Despite their seemingly polite behavior, the woman clearly sensed something off. Their sneaky movements and strange presence made her feel uneasy. Trying her best to stay calm, she slowly started walking back toward the house while telling them that the nearest town was just another half hour down the road. But she quickly realized they had no intention of leaving. She added that her husband had just dropped off their child at school and could return at any moment, hoping this would be enough to get them to back off. But to her shock, not only did they see her husband leave earlier, they even confidently declared that he wouldn't be coming back anytime soon. Alarmed, the woman suddenly hurled a basket at Mike, then turned and kicked the old man hard before bolting back toward the house. As she fled in a panic, James simply signaled to the others, and Boots and Mike immediately gave chase. The woman ran for her life, stumbling as she went. Luckily, just as Boots was about to catch her, she managed to dash into a barn, slam the door shut, and slide the bolt across. Without stopping, she ran deeper into the building. Not long after, the four men broke open the barn door and cautiously entered, guns drawn, ready to search for her. But just as they began their sweep, the older man nervously urged James to hurry things up.
We need to quit peckering around and get back on the trail. That marshal can't be too far behind. Shut your damn mouth.
Suddenly, the woman burst out of the stable, taking them all by surprise. Before they could react, she knocked Mike to the ground, leapt onto a horse, and rode off at full speed without looking back. James didn't panic. He calmly raised his gun and fired a shot. The horse was hit and collapsed immediately, sending the woman tumbling. Boots and the others ran to grab her again, but inside the barn, James had noticed something. He glanced at a saddle lying nearby, and upon seeing the name engraved on it, seemed to realize something serious. He urgently shouted for the others to bring the woman back into the barn, then pointed at the saddle and asked if her husband's name was Cage.
Saves me the trouble of explaining it to you.
When the woman confirmed it, the old man exclaimed that they were in deep trouble. Her husband was none other than the infamous Cage, a man whose name alone used to strike fear wherever he went.
You boys have woke up the dead.
But James didn't seem too worried. Sometime later, Cage returned home with his daughter, only to find the property swarming with federal marshals. When he asked what had happened, he was told his wife had been murdered.